Imagine being told that the harder you work, the further behind you fall. Every morning you wake up, check job boards, send out applications, and scroll through posts filled with people just like you qualified, motivated, and confused about why no one seems to be hiring. You refresh your email, waiting for a reply that never comes. But here's the truth no one is talking about. The problem isn't you. It's the system. The entire job market is evolving, and if you don't learn how to adapt, you'll be left behind. The purpose of this video is simple: to show you why this is happening and, more importantly, how you can actually benefit from it. Because once you understand how money, technology, and power are shifting, you can position yourself not as a victim of change, but as someone who profits from it. Think about it. In 2025, with more technology, more education, and more opportunity than ever before, millions of people still can't find stable work. At first glance, it doesn't make sense. You see companies posting openings online, but when you apply, it feels like your sum disappears into a black hole. You hear stories about people sending out hundreds of applications and never even getting a call back. It's frustrating, but the reason goes deeper than bad luck or too many applicants. The economy itself has changed. What used to be powered by human labor is now driven by algorithms, automation, and artificial intelligence. In office buildings across major cities, where rows of employees once typed on keyboards, now a handful of engineers monitor servers and AI dashboards. Machines analyze data, respond to customer queries, and even write marketing plans. Robots in warehouses move shelves, stack boxes, and scan barcodes with glowing red sensors. Self-checkout stations hum quietly while human cashiers disappear. The tools we created to make life easier have quietly replaced us, one process at a time. And while this feels terrifying for workers, investors are celebrating. Every time a company replaces 10 workers with one AI system, their costs drop, and their profits rise. The stock market reacts instantly. Investors see the numbers, and the company's value soars. This is the uncomfortable truth of modern capitalism. It rewards efficiency, not employment. The money that used to flow into wages now flows into technology, patents, and shareholders' pockets. And that's the key to understanding why no one can get a job anymore. We're living in an ownership economy, not a labor economy. Those who own asset stocks, real estate, digital infrastructure keep winning. Those who rely on paychecks keep falling behind. It's not that there's no money in the world. In fact, there's more wealth than ever. It's just concentrated in different places. The richest companies, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, NVIDIA, aren't hiring millions of workers. They're hiring machines. Their value doesn't come from the number of employees, but from the amount of data, automation, and intellectual property they control. When you walk down a street filled with people staring at their phones, every tap, scroll, and search feeds that machine, and the owners of those machines are getting richer by the second. Now here's the part that most people miss. The very thing destroying jobs is also creating massive opportunity. The rise of AI and automation doesn't just eliminate roles. It creates new industries, new investment opportunities, and new ways to build wealth. If you understand where the money is flowing, you can get ahead of the curve. Every major shift in history, from the Industrial Revolution to the internet boom, wiped out old jobs, but created new fortunes for those who saw it coming. This era is no different. Take a look at the trends. AI companies are exploding in value. Data centers are multiplying worldwide. Semiconductor manufacturers, cloud computing providers, and cybersecurity firms are seeing record profits. If you learn to invest even small amounts in the technologies shaping the future, you can benefit from the same forces that seem to be hurting workers today. The secret isn't to fight automation, it's to own a piece of it. Because when you own part of the system starts working for you. Now, you might be thinking, I don't have the money to invest. But here's the thing: you don't need thousands of dollars to start. Fractional investing, index funds, and ETFs allow anyone to buy small portions of the biggest companies in the world. You can literally own shares in the technology that's changing the job market. Over time, as these industries grow, your investments grow with them. That's how everyday people begin to move from workers to owners. Let's pause and picture this clearly. On one side of the economy, you have people desperately sending out job applications, waiting for approval. On the other side, you have investors checking their portfolios, watching their assets increase in value even while they sleep. The same world, to completely different experiences, and the difference isn't luck, it's knowledge. It's understanding how money flows. When you start looking at the economy through this lens, everything makes more sense. When companies announce layoffs, their stock prices often go up. When automation replaces human workers, productivity soars and shareholders benefit. The financial system is telling you what it values: efficiency, scalability, and ownership. The sooner you adapt to that mindset, the better prepared you'll be for the next decade. Education alone won't save you anymore. A degree was once a golden ticket. Now it's just a starting point. The real skill you need is financial literacy, understanding how to make your money work for you. That means learning how to budget, how to invest, and how to build assets that grow over time. Because in the new economy, your paycheck isn't security, your portfolio is. Imagine walking into your apartment after a long day. You open your laptop, not to search for jobs, but to check your investments. You see your money spread across companies building AI tools, renewable energy systems, and digital networks. While others worry about losing jobs, you're earning returns from the very technology shaping the future. That's the shift from depending on employers to depending on assets. This doesn't mean giving up on traditional work. Jobs still matter, but what matters more is what you do with the money you earn. If you spend it all, you stay trapped. If you invest it wisely, even small amounts, you start building financial freedom. Over time, your investments compound, and that compounding is what creates wealth. The earlier you start, the stronger it grows. Take a deep breath and think about what's really happening. The world isn't ending, it's transforming. The idea of a stable, lifelong job is disappearing, but the idea of independent wealth is expanding. Remote work, online business, digital assets, and passive income, these are not buzzwords anymore. They're the foundation of the next economy. The people who learn these skills now will be the ones thriving while everyone else is struggling to catch up. The benefit of understanding this shift is huge. You'll stop feeling powerless. You'll stop waiting for someone to give you an opportunity, and instead, you'll start creating your own. You'll see technology not as the enemy, but as the greatest tool for leverage humanity has ever built. You can use it to create, to learn, to earn, and to invest, all from a single device in your hand. Think of AI as the new electricity. When electricity first appeared, it eliminated entire professions but also birthed modern industry. The same thing is happening now with artificial intelligence. The question isn't whether it's good or bad, it's how you'll use it. You can use AI to increase your productivity, build a business, or grow your investments. Those who adapt fastest will gain the most. So what should you do right now? Start by educating yourself. Watch how money moves. Follow industries, not just companies. Look for trends: renewable energy, data processing, robotics, automation, digital infrastructure. These are the highways of the new economy. And once you identify them, find ways to get exposure through stocks, ETFs, or even learning skills that align with these growing sectors. There's a saying, don't work for money, make money work for you. That's not just a glitch, it's the roadmap for the next generation. Because the truth is, jobs may disappear, but wealth never does. It just changes owners. The question is whether you'll be one of them. Imagine 5 years from now. You're not stressing over job applications or layoffs. You've built multiple income streams, some from your skills, some from your investments. You've learned to think like an investor, not an employee. The anxiety that once came from instability turns into confidence, because you've built something that no company can take away ownership. This is your wake-up call. The world is shifting fast. Every major change in history has created two kinds of people: those who resist and fall behind, and those who adapt and rise ahead. You have a choice right now. You can keep fighting for the old system, or you can start learning the rules of the new one. The tools are right in front of you: your phone, your laptop, the internet. Every piece of technology that seems to be stealing jobs can also help you build wealth if you know how to use it. Don't let fear hold you back. The people who win in this era are not the ones with the fanciest degrees or the highest IQs. They're the ones who stay curious, who keep learning, who refuse to stop evolving. The system may not be fair, but it's predictable. And if you understand the pattern, you can use it to your advantage. The goal isn't to chase jobs anymore. It's to chase value, to own pieces of the future, to see opportunity where others see loss. The future of work isn't about employment, it's about empowerment. And the sooner you start thinking that way, the sooner your life will change. So next time you hear someone say, "No one can get a job anymore," remember this moment. Don't panic, prepare. Learn how to invest, how to adapt, and how to think differently. The system may be evolving, but so can you. The choice between struggle and success starts with understanding how the world really works, and that understanding begins right here, right now.